This is Straight Good Alexander, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Jay Will, and I'm down to dunk.
They had. There we go.
I'm Isaiah Hartenstein, and I'm down to dunk.
I hope savior of basketball has won.
Well, the Dortcher Chamber has been going pretty well.
I'm Aaron Wiggins, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Chet Holmgren, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Mark Daigneault, and I'm down to dunk.
He just does a big smile and
I feel blessed by God to be here with down to dunk, be here with you.
I'm Alex Caruso, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm AJ Mitchell, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Isaiah Joe, and I'm down to dunk.
Oh, jeez. Are you going to sing it good enough for me to guess it, or?
Panhandle. Jeez. I'm tweaking.
Name 2 famous Oklahomans.
Myself and Jalen Williams.
Is that a crazy answer?
All my friends call me Bob.
Where's Rachel? Unique story. He lived a whole life.
Plain.
This is Cason Wallace, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Lou Dort, and I'm down to Dort.
True blood Oklahoma.
That's right.
Pretty exciting, if you ask me.
This is J-Dub, world champion J-Dub, and I'm down to dunk. And eat burgers.
Ooh, welcome to Down to Dunk. I'm your host, Andrew Schlecht. We're part of the Athletic Podcast Network. Before I get to my good friend Alex Speers, I want to tell you about 2 other friends of mine, Aaron and Drew Reese of Shelter Insurance. Give Aaron a call, 405-773-5500, or Drew, 405-478-7714 today. Shelter Insurance, listen, very highly rated, number 1 on the Forbes list of the world's best auto insurance companies. And right here in Oklahoma, they've been ranked number 1 for customer satisfaction by J.D. Power 6 out of the last 7 years. Yes, that's 6-7, everybody. Let's make it 8. But honestly, what you need to know is that these guys are trustworthy. So give them a call or text today and support the people that support Down to Dunk. With me on a Tuesday night is my good friend Alex Speers. Alex, what's up?
What's up, Andrew?
What is up? Thunder are 14-1, and they played the Pelicans. Felt like they were kind of playing with their food a little bit last night, where they would press real hard on the gas for a little bit and then kind of let off, let the Pelicans back in a little bit.
Well, they tried to see if you could win an NBA game in the first quarter. They wanted to see maybe we could score enough points the game they would just call it. Maybe we could do it.
It almost happened. They scored 49 points, which is a Thunder record, 4 points in a quarter. Just absurd. And I think Shea took the least amount of shots that he's taken since his first season with the Thunder.
Really? Wow.
Last night too. So, I mean, it was this weird combination of things happening there, but they got the victory over the Pelicans. You were texting this to the group last night. What just a sad sack of a franchise,
dude.
Man,
this stretch, it's great. Obviously, the Thunder are playing amazing. They're doing everything you would want them to do in this situation. None of these games have been close. They've been not just beating the teams they're supposed to beat, but beating them the way they're supposed to beat them. And yet, I can't help feel depressed during some of these games because some of these franchises are so bad. Yeah. And it goes so beyond just Zion's injured or, they're just having a rough game or something. It's just the whole situation. When they panned out at one point and you could see the top level in that arena and it was just empty.
Just nobody.
And just reading the stuff about Gail Benson and how, loyal makes it sound nice, but she's loyal to a fault with the people she puts in charge of these teams.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it doesn't go well, it just has a snowball effect where these teams are just kind of left for dead because there's no owner behind it that's getting pissed off. I would rather have a Vivek style owner than a Gail Benson style owner for all his faults.
Yeah. From the way it looked, she kept Willie there too long, and then didn't say, hey, you need to let him go. They just said, okay, now you can do what you want. to do, which is just my gosh, when you hear like the phrase about how like ownership is like one of the best advantages in pro sports, it's like that is a like awesome like example of why you don't want your owner meddling in basketball ops.
Well, I was thinking during that game, like New Orleans is the smallest market in the NBA. They're 30th. I forget where OKC is. I know Memphis is 29th, so we're probably like 28th or 27th. But regardless, they're a small market. And just thinking back to getting the Thunder, we didn't care who the owner. Like we knew nothing about Clay Bennett really at that time.
We didn't know that it would matter who it was.
Yeah, and just realizing like how lucky we got to have an owner like Clay Bennett, who just is. I mean, he's like an exceptional owner.
Yeah,
I mean, he's really made a lot of good choices over these years.
Not only that, like if you go read our friend Sam Anderson's book Boomtown again, of just like what he did to get this team here.
Yeah,
it's just like just the fact that he had like the vision to get the team here, and then also had like the knowledge and fortitude to get the right people to manage it and then allow them to do it it is exceptional in so many ways.
Because even as cool as it was to get a team, if these last 16 years had mirrored the New Orleans Pelicans history, like I can't imagine what that would be like. Like you're obviously still a fan. You like want desperately this team to be good.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be able to like, go downtown and watch the team.
Mm-hmm.
But that would just, that team specifically and just everything that they've endured while also getting these incredible strokes of luck with getting the top pick with Anthony Davis, getting the top pick with Zion Williamson.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've had good stuff happen.
Yeah.
I mean, the Chris Paul era was like legitimately good. Like that was just a pretty good couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Although I guess not, because at the beginning they lost their team to Oklahoma City. But like when they eventually went back and they had that 7-game series with the Spurs, like that was probably the peak.
Well, I remember they left and everybody was like, "Can we have that team instead of this Sonics team, please?" I mean, there were people.
Yeah,
a lot of people saying that.
But man, I just feel really bad for Pelicans fans, and I would never wish a move on a small market. But the way things have gone over this time, you just start to wonder with the way that the NBA has stopped talking about expansion.
Mm-hmm.
You just like don't hear about it anymore. And yet you still hear rumblings about like Vegas and things like that. And I think it was Simmons or someone else talking about how they think the league is thinking more about relocation now than expansion. And because they're so focused on this Europe league. And I just feel bad for those fans. And I feel bad for their announcing team too. Oh my gosh, because they're a really good announcing team.
They're awesome. Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah.
AD's the man. And yeah, it is.
I was watching their feed last night, and I did think it was funny in the fourth quarter. OKC's up by a lot. The game's basically over, and they flash the little thing that says zero field goals in the last 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Like, who cares? The game's over. You're trying to show that like the Pelicans have finally stepped up the D here in the fourth quarter. Like the game's over. Yeah, that was that was probably the biggest mismatch we've watched so far this season.
Yeah,
just because, I mean, if they had Zion, it would have felt different. But having those two rookies and asking them to create offense against this defense, it was just that was the quickest thing. That was the quickest I've ever felt like, oh, okay, there's no chance they're going to lose tonight. There's always like a little question, like, is this at least going to be a competitive game? I'm wondering when I turn on these games against all these terrible teams.
Yeah,
maybe this one will be competitive. This one was like 3 minutes. Once Lou Dort hit his 4-3 in the first quarter, in like first 8 minutes.
It's like, and that's his 4-3. I was like, what of the season?
Oh, okay. Well, this is
like,
over.
Yeah. It was weird. And like, this is is one of the weirder box scores to read because this was a blowout, but they shot the exact same from the field. The Thunder only took one more shot than them. Like they basically won on like made threes because they made 17 out of 42, and the Pelicans made 12 out of 28, and at the free throw line where the Thunder went 23 of 28, and the Pelicans were 13 of 15. But the Pelicans shot 49, 43, 87 yesterday.
Yeah.
Like they did turn it over 20 times. That's a lot of times. The Thunder turned over 16 times. And like when you read the box scores, if I could just read you like the percentages and the turnovers, you think, oh, maybe the Thunder won by like 5 or 6, but like they blew them out. Like the Thunder are finding like very funny ways to win games at times. And this was like one of the funnier ones where it's like the first quarter just kind of like carried them through the rest of the game. And like you said at the beginning, it's like, yeah, can we just win this game? They tried to do that against the Blazers, where it was like, can we just win this game in the first quarter and just like end it now? But they were able to accomplish that in New Orleans.
And so I mean, their next couple games also against bad teams.
Yep.
I'm craving a good matchup. Like I'm ready. I hate that we don't play Denver until the new year. Like I want to see Denver right now, although they do have Christian Brown out. I want to see those two teams full strength, which maybe that will be when they.
Yeah, I mean, they all want to see him with J-Dub back.
Yeah, we want to see J-Dub back. I just want to like see some good teams so bad. I hope that Wemby's injury is not like too serious to keep him out of like. I know he's based on his timeline, he should be back by Christmas.
Yeah,
but
he should be back that week where we get to see him twice.
That would bum me out because that's like the next matchup I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean they got the Wolves a week from tomorrow. Cup game, you just don't. I mean they're better than a lot of these teams they've played. Although it's funny. You look at the way that the Warriors and Lakers have played recently, and you're like, oh, like those would be good those would be good matchups, and those were not. The Thunder just destroyed those teams, and so I don't know.
Can I tell you who the Wolves have beaten? Can I tell you who their 9 wins are against?
No,
they're 9 wins, all 9. Okay, at Portland, great win. I was there.
Quality
win. Indiana, Charlotte, Brooklyn, Utah, Sacramento, Dallas. Those are the only teams they've beaten. That's it.
Yeah.
Every good team they played, they've lost to the Lakers twice. They've lost to Denver twice. Now, Anthony Edwards was I know he was out for the first Denver game.
Yeah.
This last Denver game, I mean, Denver dominated them. The Denver was in control of that game.
Was not close.
I'm just saying, I feel like the Wolves have gotten some love recently. And similar to the Thunder, they haven't played anyone. But unlike the Thunder, they did not win the championship last year.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I'm feel like unless it's Denver, Houston, and maybe like Cleveland, New York, maybe I'll throw Detroit in there. They're on an 11-game winning streak. If it's not one of those teams, I'm like expecting the like Golden State Lakers blowout now.
Yeah, I mean the thing about the league this year is that there's a lot of mid teams. There's not a lot of like very good teams. Like even like Cleveland, like we had Cavs week last week. That Cavs team is not like striking fear into the heart of their opponents right now.
I got to show you this. So last on Slam and Jam, I talked about the land of the lost.
Yeah.
And since then, I felt like there's been like a lot of articles about how
articles,
bad.
Podcasts, and
yeah, and I got to show you this one because this was really good. This is from Neil Payne, and this is from his Substack. So what we're looking at right now is the teams this season ranked by point differential.
Mm-hmm.
So OKC's number 1, plus 15.5.
Mm-hmm.
Denver's number 2, plus 13.2, all the way down to Washington at minus 16.2. He went back to 04-05 and said, based on their ranking, how do they compare to every other team who was in that ranked spot since 04-05? And what he found was basically like, these are some of the best teams for their given ranking that we've seen, but also some of like the worst. Like from the 22nd spot, which is the Clippers, all the way down to Indiana at 29. for their ranked spot. So like Indiana is the 29th worst point differential. For that spot, they are the worst version of that team since 04-05.
Wow.
But meanwhile, at the top, like OKC, Denver, and Houston are all the number one team for their ranked spot in point differential since 04-05.
That's wild.
So he's talking about how there's and it even extends to like, I mean, you go down to like Boston at 10, Cleveland at 11, Atlanta at 12, Miami at 13. These are all the best versions of those teams since 04-05. And so the article is just about how there's this huge separation. And it's I don't know how to he's also talking about how many blowouts there are. 22% of the NBA games this season have been 20-point deficits at the end. Like a quarter.
Wow. There's also been some amazing games too.
There has been. There was that one night. I feel like they're all bunched up in one night.
Yeah, it's like we get a week's worth of basketball in one night. Is what
Yeah.
Like.
So I don't know. It's just it's a strange season, and it's this balance of trying to figure out like, are we really watching like some of the best teams in recent memory, or are we watching some of the worst teams? And his argument is basically, I think it's a combination of both. Because I do think with, and we're going to talk about some OKC stats later, but with what OKC's doing right now, even given the schedule, is absurd.
Yeah, 15.5 net rating is nuts.
Yeah.
And they played 2 of those games were in double overtime.
That's right.
So-
Remember the beginning of the season? All those fun games that came down to the wire. I like close games, or I like blowouts against good teams.
Yeah.
Those are my two vibes. I like those. Blowouts against bad teams, I'm just like, oh my gosh, let's get this. Honestly, all I worry about is injuries. It's just like, this seems like such a waste of Shea. Like, I would hate Shea to get injured in a stupid game against the Pelicans.
Hey, the good thing is he's not playing fourth quarters. So
That's true.
that helps.
It does help.
It's just not playing them. I mean, if you take away those 2 double overtime games for the Thunder, they have a plus 17.3 net rating.
Yeah.
It's just insane. You take that Rockets game away, like the Rockets are still good at a plus 11.5, which would be like in a normal setting. Like, oh my gosh, they're a plus 11.5.
Yeah.
You'd be like going crazy for that number. Except for the Thunder's is 6 points better per 100 possessions, which is just, it's mind-boggling. And then the Thunder's defense is still over 7 points better per 100 possessions than the Detroit Pistons, who are number 2. So,
And I do feel watching these games that like the offense has taken a jump. It feels like they are just they seem so much more in tune with each other. Like that pass that Isaiah Joe of all people made to iHeart, where he went behind his back. That is just not a pass Isaiah Joe would have made in previous seasons.
nope.
And then he tried it later with Brandon Carlson. Did not work. Did not go as well.
Nope.
But good idea. Still good idea. And the one with iHeart was beautiful. Like, they just seem like there's the chemistry on the court. I feel like last year it was all about the chemistry off the court. And this year I feel like the chemistry on the court has gone to another level. Like, these guys just know where everyone's going to be.
Yeah.
There's no one that sticks out in a bad way of the like, regular rotation.
No, I mean, that's part of like what makes this team so great is that there's not really any like super weak points on the team. And even like last night, like AJ didn't look great, but like he's still like, even in a bad game, like he's just still so useful.
Yeah.
And, like, just helps this team kind of stick together a little bit better. It's just, I don't know, man.
I mean, I will say those Dort 3-point attempts, I just haven't seen Dort for a couple weeks. So that was a little jarring. I had to like remember like, oh yeah, he's going to take all these shots.
He led the team in threes for multiple seasons. Yeah.
I feel like he only makes like super important threes that swing games, or he hits all of his threes in bunches. And he is such a bizarre shooter.
Yeah.
It's weird to think about Dort as a shooter, but and I know his percentages aren't good right now, but he's been good in these last 2 games. So
Yeah.
and he'll get back up there. But just I mean, he's probably the only one that like when of the regular rotation players it doesn't like always totally fit into like the offensive identity. He can sometimes stick out, but as we saw in the playoffs, like sometimes you need that. And there were moments in those playoffs where he was the only one willing to kind of break out and just go and get it.
Well,
and,
you just know he's not afraid. You know,
no, he is definitely not afraid.
where like I mean, like Isaiah Joe, somebody that you watch him during the regular season, it's like, yeah, we should just play that guy instead of Lou. You know, like he should just play instead of him. It would make everything better. Look at the 2-man groups with he and Shea, like they're unstoppable. Look at, all these metrics, and then once you get to the playoffs, it's like, I don't care what the metrics say. Like, give me Lou against Dort, please.
Yeah.
Because like Jason Wallace and Isaiah Joe and even Aaron Wiggins at times, like those guys are not ready for the moment, and Lou is somehow built for the moment. And so you still certainly need that guy, even though like the regular season, especially when you're playing teams like the Hornets and the Pelicans and the Kings and the Jazz, like the Thunder are getting right now. It's like, yeah, all those guys look great. Even Chris Youngblood comes in and hits a 3, and you're like, oh, look at that guy. That guy's kind of fun. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, your mic is not on. Thank you.
Sorry.
There you go.
So the next game to like get the juices flowing, should be the Wolves game.
Yeah. Blazers. You don't believe in your Blazers to be real?
That's a payback game.
You think so?
That's a big old payback game.
You put that one loss out there, Denny. 14-1 should be 15-0, bro.
It is kind of wild to think about, because I was looking through a few teams yesterday, looking at their schedule. Some teams that have like 1 win in an island of losses or 1 loss in an island of wins, just to see like what streaks could have been, because I love streaks. The Thunders, I mean, that's a legit one because they were up so big in that game. If they just had 1 more guy not injured, they probably win that game, and they're 15-0. Although if they were 15-0, it would be so much more stressful. It would be more fun. But I remember that, what was it, 2016 start of the Warriors season, where right around this point when it got to 15 wins, because the Cavs got to 15 wins last year.
I was going to say, Cavs did it, yeah.
Right around here is when it started getting like, oh, every game is like a huge thing.
Yeah,
huge
that's
deal.
true. A spectacle.
And that would have been very fun as a fan, but I think for the Thunder, it's kind of nice that they're flying under the radar as much as you could for a team that's 14-1 with a greatest ever point differential.
Yeah, it's true. It just kind of like popped the bubble early. Where it's like, oh, okay, it's whatever. It does like somehow relax everybody to a degree where it's like, oh my gosh, like it's what's funny? I don't know how many people got this schedule.
Is that a magnet schedule?
A magnet schedule. It's very nice. The only problem with this schedule, and my wife was pointing this out, so it says, you see where it says home and away?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a bad.
Amy was looking at the schedule for this week on Sunday as we're like planning our week out and everything, and she was like, she was like, they're at home Monday and Friday, and then Wednesday they're away. I was like, no, it's the opposite. She was like, no, it's not. Look at the schedule. And I'm like, babe, I know the schedule. Like, let me look it up. Let me double check. But they printed these wrong, and they handed these out at the game. And they printed these things wrong. So for those that are looking at the schedule, wondering about home and away, the amazing magnet schedule. I love getting the magnet schedule, but just don't look at home and away.
Now they play the Kings next, and I don't think Keegan Murray's coming back on their next game, or is he going to be back for that game?
Let me take a look at the injury report. I was looking at, I think Domas is out.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. So Keegan Murray's out.
okay. So he must be coming back their next game.
Domas is out. Their two-way guys are on assignment.
right.
And yeah. Then for the
All right.
Thunder, still no Wiggs, still no J-Dub, still no Kenrich. I know a lot of people have been thinking that maybe J-Dub's coming back tomorrow. He's been posting cryptic things on his Instagram account. He's listed as out currently.
Okay.
So
yeah, I mean that run starting Sunday, Portland, Minnesota, Phoenix, at Portland, at Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
Those. I mean, that's better than the run they're currently on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there could be a loss in there.
Yeah, it's just funny because earlier in the season, because of all the injuries, I was kind of anticipating the losses. I mean, I called the Portland one. I was like, oh, this one's obvious.
Yeah.
But I've gotten to the point now with this team where it's becoming harder and harder to see the losses because of the way they're playing. Like thinking about how these other teams would have to play to beat the Thunder. It's becoming less realistic to me. I'm becoming like more of a homer as the season goes on. Now they're eventually going to lose. There's probably going to be a bad week here or there.
It could happen, but
it just doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel possible right now.
There's only been 3 guys that have played every game.
Yeah,
3 guys that have played every game: Shea, Hartenstein, and AJ. And there's something to like those 3 being the ones that have played every game.
Well, those are their top 3 in passes per game.
Mm-hmm.
They're top 3 in touches per game.
Top 3. I mean, those are the best passers. Period.
Yeah. Although I was thinking about, because their passes per game are very low. Although the Lakers are now the lowest, so they're 29th, and it doesn't matter as we've talked about. But I was looking up last year, and J-Dub he did have the most passes per game. So when he comes back, that's going to get a boost. That's going to be nice.
I mean, isn't
that going to be nice having J-Dub back?
Yeah, it'll be nice getting an all NBA, all defense player back on the team again. That'll be nice.
Adding another passer, because even in that Pelicans game, there were a few stretches offensively, like when they started making that run in the second quarter, where it started feeling a little disjointed.
Yeah,
throwing another good passer, playmaker on there.
Well, and also throwing a guy who plays forward.
Yeah,
because like you look at the roster, like the only guys that are listed as forwards on this roster that have played games are Lou Dort, who's listed as a small forward, who is 6'3". Okay. And he might be generously 6'3". Jay Will is listed as a power forward.
Okay.
And Chet is listed as a power forward. That's it. Everybody else is a guard. Literally everybody else is listed as a shooting guard on Basketball Reference.
Yeah, so on Cleaning the Glass, Alex Caruso is a forward.
Uh-huh.
Basically, everyone is a wing except Shea is a point and AJ is a combo guard.
Uh-huh. That makes sense. But like they don't have like a true wing on the roster, period. And so like there's been, and they've gotten away with it. The brilliance of Cason Wallace as a defender this year has helped so much because like Dort missed a lot of time. And in a normal year, that would be a huge, huge loss.
Yeah.
But the fact that they have this roster so layered with guys that can just go is pretty wild, man. Like I don't know. And when you think about the position that they're in with their draft picks, and you think about the possibilities there, and you see Derek Jones Jr. go out for this Clippers team, and you're just like what? Like what could really happen here? Like, could the Thunder honestly get like the 7th pick?
Yeah, it's not just that. It's like they've had really bad luck. Like they lost that Philly game,
dude,
by 2 points,
where James Harden had 2 shots at it in that one.
Well, and also the last 2-minute report came out, said that Quentin Grimes fouled him and he should have gotten 3 shots that would have won it. Killer. They lose to Boston the night before by 3.
Where Harden missed a buzzer beater. Did you see the end of that? Did you see that play?
I'm trying to remember. Remember what happened?
Well, I mean, it was like this last second play basically where the Clippers got the ball all the way up the court and they shoveled it.
Oh, it was
James.
such a beautiful play what Zubats and just like tipped it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tipped
that
it
was a
right to
beautiful
James.
play.
It was right there. And he missed it. It was just like, I can't believe. And it was kind of a little bit of deja vu with like the situations.
Yeah, that was one of the like best versions of that play.
Mhm.
I mean, obviously the baseball pass from Steven Adams to Dennis Schroeder is going to top it, but
have to beat that one.
the coordination of it looked like it looked like a football play. It was like the hook and ladder.
It did. It was amazing.
It was great, and they lost.
And they lost the game.
And they just had a lot of close losses. I mean, they lost to Miami by 1. They lost to Atlanta by 3.
Mm-hmm.
So this has gone better than expected, I would say, for the Thunder. But I would like to. I'm going to run through some teams. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would like you first. We're going to do. Well, actually, tell me if this team has like better than a 5% chance of finishing ahead of the Clippers in the standings, or whether you think it's like a 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like, for instance, the Wizards.
Oh yeah. They're finishing behind.
Yeah, I agree. Like 100%. There's no chance.
No chance.
Indiana.
No chance.
Brooklyn.
No chance.
New Orleans.
I would say there's a slight chance.
What does slight mean? Single digits?
11% chance.
Okay. Sacramento.
No chance.
Wow. Why are you so much more positive about the Pelicans than Sacramento?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no reason.
What about Dallas?
Dallas could. Dallas can get it together.
Okay, so maybe that's a 50-50. What about Charlotte?
I kind of like Charlotte. Is that weird?
I did notice on Cleaning the Glass they have like I forget what the stat is called, but it's like how many wins you should have won.
Yeah.
Based on all your advanced stats, and they are they're the team. Well, they're tied with Boston, where they should have 1.6 more wins. They're playing like a 5.5 win team.
They're playing good ball. Like I feel like they're coached well. I feel like they have players.
So you think there's a chance they could?
There's a chance that team, especially playing in the Eastern Conference, blah blah blah, like all of that could pass LA. Like that's there's a possibility.
I think we both agree Memphis could. I mean,
Memphis should.
Memphis should.
They should get it together. Although, like the stuff going on with Islo tonight, and I mean, it's a disaster over there right now, man.
And then the last team I would say is Utah.
Yeah, I mean Utah should. I mean, it should be like a 5% chance that they're better. Yeah, but Utah's played pretty well, but like they have no incentive to.
I know I feel like there's zero chance.
They're gonna pull the plug at some point. Only 5-8. It's not like they've had like some crazy record, but
so based on that, right now we're saying like best case scenario, they'll probably the Clippers would finish somewhere around like 7.
Yeah, 7 to 12 is kind of what I think.
Which is, again, it goes back to how bad the league is right now at the bottom. The fact because the Clippers have been miserable. They've been so bad.
Yeah,
and we're like, yeah, best case scenario, they could probably finish 7th. Like I to finish better than that, you would need a Harden injury, which that would send them off the cliff.
A Harden injury would,
but
they would have nothing.
As long as he's healthy, he's going to keep them in so many of these games.
I just wonder he's had some injuries in the past. I wonder if this could be like a Kyrie Irving situation with Dallas, where it's like they need him too much. And he's like being overtaxed.
And they run him into the ground?
Yeah, because of his age. Like they just run him into the ground and like now what? Then you could see scenarios where like a lot of those teams could pass them and like somehow OKC winds up with pick 5.
Yeah.
Like that is something that could sincerely happen. And, with the way that the lottery odds are set up, it's not what they used to be. And so you just never know.
They're definitely getting a bite at the apple, I'd say.
Yeah, and even
Feel
if they
good
got
saying that.
if you got like the 9th pick in the draft, even like man, give Sam Presti the 9th pick in this class.
Yeah, we got to start rooting for the Grizzlies because I'm realizing the Clippers. They're just, I mean, they're right there for the 10th seed.
Yeah,
Which then you're in the play-in, and yeah, they would need to win 2 games, but they could do it.
the Grizz will be better just because they're going to start getting guys back.
Go Grizz, go!
Come on.
When is Ty Jerome coming back?
He would be so helpful to them.
God,
They just need point guards.
Yeah, they need Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen. Get Scottie Pippen back. They don't have any point guards. Their centers have been out. They just have all the in between guys.
Yeah, they said Ty Jerome will miss at least 4 weeks, and that was October 20th. So he should be closer. Well, he's definitely closer, but
Yeah,
he should be
back in the next week or so.
Yeah. That's a fun little subplot. I've been watching a lot of Clippers games because they've been close. They've been good games.
Oh yeah,
and then they lose. And
yesterday.
Great.
Yeah, Asher and I've been watching. We'll flip on the end of a Clippers game. It's been fun. It's been so fun watching the end of these games. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna go through some Thunder stats. We'll be right back. And we're back after that quick break. First, before we get to the Thunder stats, I want to tell you about my good friends over at Bob Moore Kia. The Bob Moore Kia Player of the Week, Al. I'm going to give it to Chet Holmgren, who I feel like Shea gets a lot of shine because he's the best player. I feel like AJ gets a lot of shine because he's like the new cool guy on the team.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think Chet gets enough credit for the season that he's had so far. I thought he was the best player on the court yesterday for them against the Pelicans. He had an awesome game. He was a high scorer for the Thunder. And he has taken a step up. Like he's just a much better player than he was last year. He's almost at 20 points per game. He's almost at like 28, 1.6 assists, 1.3 blocks per game, shooting 40% from 3 on 4.3 attempts per game. Got to keep ratcheting up the attempt numbers, but like his shooting just looks so much better. I mean, he's at 59, 40, 86 shooting splits.
Yeah. He's been awesome. He's been the version that we saw at the beginning of last year.
Yeah.
He's back.
Yeah.
I think part of it was he did miss a couple games, and so at least I started to get a little worried, like, oh my gosh, this is going to be like an AD thing.
Yeah,
where it's like every couple of games he has to leave. But
right.
Now he's up to 11 games played.
Yeah, he played the back-to-back.
Yeah, he's playing a lot more than a lot of guys in the league.
Yep. So shout out. Something else that's underrated: Kia Carnival, amazing underrated minivan that you should go check out today. Go by Bob Moore Kia today. Tell them that Down to Dunk sent you. Go test drive a Kia Carnival. If you are a dad or a mom, you've got kids, you need space, you need a safe vehicle with modern tech, and it's just a joy to drive around. Go get yourself a Kia Carnival. Go test drive it today. You can also get a Telluride, which is a very cool SUV, 2025 Kia Telluride S STX for $295 a month for 24 months on 10,000 miles per year with $3,995 due at signing, or you can get 0.9% for 60 months right now at the Kia. They have their end of the year sales event. So go check that out. It's very, very cool. Very cool. You can also get an EV6 right now for $395 a month for 24 months on 10K miles per year. You can also get the K4. I need to go test drive a K4. I've been eyeing them. I've been seeing them on the road. I was like, man, I really would love to get behind the wheel of a K4 right now. $295 a month for 24 months on 10K miles per year. Go check out our friends at Bob Moore Kia today. All right, Al, you have some some stats, some Thunder stats?
Yeah. Yes. Stats to make Andrew say, wow.
Oh.
Now, I played this game with Tyler Parker once upon a time.
Oh yeah.
I want you to be honest, Andrew, okay? So
Okay.
don't just say wow.
Okay. Okay.
I only want you saying wow if you genuinely feel like it deserves a wow.
I'll save my wows for something real.
Okay. Because
I
some of
gotta
these,
feel
I'm gonna be upfront with you, not that great. I was trying to get to 10, couldn't do it. I got to 8. Okay. Should I do it? I'll start hot. Okay. Plays defined as cuts were 9.4% of Chet's offensive possessions last season.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 9.4% of what Chet did on offense was a cut, defined as a cut.
Mm-hmm.
This year, it's doubled to 18.9% of his possessions. His percentage of shots at the rim is basically unchanged, but the increase in cuts is probably why he's shooting a career high 79% at the rim compared to 72% last season. And this is all from that last part was from Cleaning the Glass. That's pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah.
He's become, I mean, I view Chet, I know like we're very excited about his self-creation.
Yeah.
But he always has the thing to fall back on, which is that he's like an incredible finisher.
Yeah.
He is such a good play finisher.
Great touch. Great hand.
Touch. And I think the cuts are that number is indicative of how much more active it feels like he is.
Yeah.
Or how much more of a part of the offense. Yes, he's getting the catch and shoots, but he's more involved with the offense than I feel like he was at points last year.
Yeah, and I think it also comes from like an understanding of how to play with iHeart.
Yeah, for sure.
How to play within the offense a little bit more, where it's not just like this like standstill 3 situation, or I'm like directly involved in the action kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I think that he just is understanding more how to play with this team, and you have to give the guy so much credit because I think that he's like 28-2 or whatever I said he was. Like if he was on some bum team, he could average 26, 10, and 3 blocks or whatever. Like he could put up like crazy stats.
It'd be fun watching him.
I think
that situation.
I think that's in there, but I also think it's so good the Thunder got him because I do think like his desire to win, like, is far more than his desire to like have those statistics. And like that's not the case for a lot of guys in the league. And part of it could be that he already got paid. He got paid a lot of money, and so like that also helps. But there's not. I don't know. He's certainly a special player, like a special personality. So yeah, that one is not super surprising because that just kind of tracks with like what we've been watching.
Next one, probably not surprising either, but just as a reminder, I know you know this, but yes, they've played every terrible team in the world this season, but it is not because this dominance is not because they're getting lucky on opponent 3-point shooting.
Mm-hmm.
OKC is currently 24th in opponent 3-point shooting, and last season, only 3 teams saw opponents shoot better than 37.7% from 3, which is what OKC's opponents are doing right now. So that number is probably going to come down, at least a little bit. And I hope we save it for the games against the good teams. Wouldn't that be nice? Let all these bad teams just have fun. Have fun out there.
That would be so nice.
That'd be nice. Now, something they can control, because
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of luck involved in 3-point percentage. OKC's opponents take the 3rd fewest percentage of their shot attempts at the rim, and they shoot the worst percentage in the league on those attempts.
I'll say wow to that.
Dominant.
Yeah.
Dominant around the rim.
Not surprising, but it's
Not surprising, but
it's really
dominant.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive what they've been able to do there. Yeah, I was looking at this stat earlier too. The team that is getting the best luck right now, as far as like teams shooting,
Is it Chicago?
3, it's Indiana.
Oh, really?
Which is like, oh no, what is about to happen to the Pacers? The other team The other like teams, there's 4 teams that teams are shooting 31% from 3 against. And it's Miami, Toronto, Indiana, and the Denver Nuggets. So
Okay. Interesting. Here's an SGA stat for you. SGA currently averaging 1.7 turnovers per game. In the history of the NBA, a player has never averaged 30 points per game while averaging under 2 turnovers per game. In fact, there's only been 3 seasons of a player averaging 30 plus points and under 2.5 turnovers per game. 2 of those are SGA seasons, and the other is MJ.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll say
If he really did that, I mean, 1.7 turnovers is crazy for a guy with his usage. I mean, remember back in like peak Harden, peak Westbrook days? I think Westbrook had a season putting up 5 a game.
I was going to say like I was thinking 4, but maybe it was that many.
Yeah, let me see what his worst was.
5 seems.
Yes, during his MVP season, 5.4.
Goodness gracious.
Per game. Great player, great season.
Great player.
That is crazy for a guy with like Shea's usage is not quite that high as MVP Westbrook, but he's at 33% usage and 1.7 turnovers.
Russ's career, 3.9 turnovers per game for his career.
And I think it just speaks to how good SGA's handle is because the ball's in his hands.
Yeah.
You go look at his touches, his dribbles per touch. Guy is touching the basketball. He's dribbling it around, and he is not turning the ball over. He has an incredible handle. Like maybe he's not as flashy as people always reference Kyrie as like, oh, Kyrie has like the greatest handle.
Mm-hmm.
Shea is up there, and I feel like that stat highlights it.
He's completely in control at all times. At all times, he's completely in control. It is.
I bet he'd be good at the yo-yo.
Hey, you ever had a yo-yo? You ever?
I don't want to give him any ideas because I don't want him to retire to become a professional yo-yo guy. But I bet he'd be pretty good at it.
You get a Duncan sponsorship over there.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Okay, here's just one that makes no sense. So on Cleaning the Glass, you can look at how a team performs against the teams that are top 10 in overall efficiency or like net rating, mid 10 or bottom 10. So OKC has played 10 games against teams that are in the bottom 10 in net rating currently. They are 10-0 in those games. Against those teams, they have the 3rd best defense in the league and the 19th best offense. What? Isn't that weird? But overall for the season, they have the 4th best offense. I don't actually understand how this makes sense because it's 10 of their 15 games.
And it cuts out garbage time because
it does. It cuts out garbage time.
Because like that's where I would say like okay, because there's a lot of times like these fourth quarters where things just start to slip away as they're like trying to squeeze in some young blood developmental minutes. You know, it's like this is.
Now we'll say their 2 worst offensive games were against Dallas and Sacramento earlier in the season.
Yeah, that's true. Remember, there were some games early on that was like they were just in the mud.
Well, yeah, Indiana, they weren't great in that game. They weren't great against Houston.
Yeah, it seems goofy that they went to double overtime against Indy right now.
It does.
How they played.
Feels very goofy. Okay, I have a few more. Transition defense. Now, this is blowing my mind. All right, let's talk about what they did last year in transition. Defensively. They gave up 114.9 points per transition play. So when the opponent is in transition, they gave up 114.9. Which is good. That was good for 2nd in the league. And Boston was number 1, 114.1. Okay, so obviously your defensive rating on transition play is going to look worse than it would in the half court. They were around 115. That was really good. This year, through 15 games, they are giving up in transition 97.1 points per play. This is per 100 possessions. 97.1. Again, last year 115. This year 97.1.
Wow. I'll give
90.
him wow.
Now, if you want a really good wow, I'm gonna have to bring this up. Okay, so I did want to mention Toronto is second, 106.2, also very good.
Yeah.
And then Dallas is number 3, which kind of surprised me. I know that they're a good defensive team, but they don't scream like transition defense. But they're at 113.9. And then after that, it starts looking more like last year. But those 3 teams are kind of outliers right now. Okay, points per play. I said OKC is 97.1.
Mm-hmm.
What would you guess the LA Clippers are, who are 30th in the league?
149. I don't know.
Very close. 145.
Wow.
That is the difference between the Clippers and the Thunder as transition defense teams. 145 to 97. That is nuts.
It's the difference between the Thunder and the unction happening in LA.
Now let's go to the other side of the ball. Transition offense.
Mm-hmm.
Now last year, in transition, the Thunder scored 127.2 points per play. Solid, unspectacular. They were 11th in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 was Cleveland. Cleveland was at 131.3.
Okay.
They were number 1, 131.3. This season, in transition, OKC is scoring 144.8 points per play. And I just think those two stats, like, they were good. They were a solid transition offense team last year. They obviously got in transition a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of like their efficiency on those plays, they were solid. Transition defense last year, they were very good. Second in the league. They're like blowing the league out of the water when it comes to transition plays on both sides of the ball this season.
Yeah. And I mean, that makes total sense that they could do that. I mean, Cason Wallace is just like a one-man fast break wrecking crew, man.
Yeah.
Like he is the way that he turns the Jets on in transition, and it could be a 1-on-2 situation. He doesn't care. Like, he's gonna go find a way to score. Like, he's special in transition. He's still finding his way as an offensive player in general, I think. Like, I don't think that we quite see what he could really be as an offensive player. Some of it's that he's like so, like, the way that I describe him, and I think Mark has described him like this too, is like he's really low usage but really high impact. Like, we're still trying to figure out what he is, but like in transition, like it's pretty easy to define what he is.
Yeah, for sure. I just checked the chat. Got a couple wows in there. Racking them up.
Wow.
Okay, last one, and unfortunately, this isn't a showstopper or anything. Okay, it's just the last one on my list.
Okay.
But you know, we've talked about how much better OKC has become as a defensive rebounding team.
Mm-hmm.
So, cleaning the glass, they're now 5th in defensive rebounding. They're ahead of Houston as a defensive rebounding team.
Yo.
They're ahead of San Antonio
Mm-hmm.
as a defensive rebounding team. Very impressive. The where you would see that on cleaning the glass is, for lack of a better term, their put back defense. So like when a team shoots the ball, misses it, if they get it back, they would have their put back offense. So last year, when a team missed a shot, they generated 19.6 plays per 100 misses, okay, against the Thunder.
Okay.
That was 23rd in the league. So basically, the Thunder weren't getting as many defensive rebounds. The other team's getting a lot more opportunities. We're just talking about second chance opportunities.
This is just regular season.
This is just regular season.
Yeah.
And teams were scoring 22.4 points per 100 misses, which was 22nd in the league. This year, opponents generating 16.3 plays per 100 misses, third best in the league. And they're only generating 18 points per 100 misses, which is fourth best in the league.
Yeah.
Like, that aspect of OKC, which was seen as a weakness for basically all of last season until Chet finally came back post All-Star break. And even then, people still had the narrative in their head, like, oh, you can beat this team up on the glass.
Yeah.
Like you can get second chances against them. That was not true by the end of last season. It is like evaporated now. It has become a strength of this team now.
Yeah. And some of it is like the Thunder. You don't, I don't know. Like the Thunder are a team that is getting the benefit of playing double big. Like you're seeing
definitely
the benefits of playing the two bigs together, and they are starting to like really flow. And Mark is doing a good job. And Mark talked about how the fact that Jay Will is versatile enough allows them to just like play two bigs all the time, basically.
And what we focused on a lot of last season was how it was so hard for other teams to make the math work,
and
how OKC not shooting it well throughout the playoffs like just made it closer, But if they had just had a normal shooting playoffs, they would have dominated. They would have looked absurd.
Oh yeah,
and the fact that they have cleaned up another thing, there's like one less thing that you can count on or at least target in a game against OKC.
Yeah.
It makes the math that much harder to beat this team. Like if you're not getting second opportunities against this team, you're dead.
Yeah, you're toast.
You've been dead because you're probably turning the ball over.
Yep.
And if they have just a normal shooting night, it's over.
Yeah.
The game is over in the first quarter.
It was almost like a blessing in disguise in some way that they, like the way the Shea put it, they didn't win the title in a way that they wanted to.
Yeah.
Because it gives them like, okay, well, how do we win it then in a way that we want to? Like, what does that look like? And how do we shape the team like that during the regular season? And we're seeing it to start. And again, they don't have J-Dub. They've had guys out like Aaron Wiggins missing time. If Aaron Wiggins played for any other team in the league, they would talk all the time about how he is not there because he is like that good of a scorer and that like big of a piece to most teams in the league. And I feel like it's just like a footnote right now that Wiggs has been out.
It's too early to be talking about this, but like it's why I'm so excited about the playoffs because everyone's trying to look glass half full about the other good teams in the league. Which a lot of these are true arguments. Like Denver is obviously better than they were last season.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like people have fully like baked in how much better OKC is going to be in that type of a matchup. I mean, Denver, I still think Denver could beat OKC in a series. It's possible.
It could happen. Yeah.
But I think it would look a lot different from last year's series.
Yeah. Yeah. I think in particular, like the Thunder have just fared better against zone in general. And a lot of it is like the passing and the big to big passing and the movement. Like they're starting to just figure out how to play better together. So, and
OKC does not play anyone in the regular rotation who you would think to target as much as Tim Hardaway Jr. and Valanciunas.
Yeah,
those guys have been awesome for them in the regular season. I'm excited to see what happens. Let's see.
Yeah, the Thunder don't have those guys. Like Isaiah Joe is probably the guy that is most like that, I would guess. Other than that, I don't know that the Thunder really have somebody. And the beauty of it is like they're so deep that if somebody does become like targeted like that, they don't have to play them.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to. I think Tim Hardaway Jr. is becoming like pretty essential to what the Nuggets do.
Yeah, and maybe that'll fade. Like Cam Johnson just had his like first really good game. Maybe that will fade as Cam starts to figure things out.
Yeah, maybe
offensively, because like there's no reason why Cam. I don't know if it's still true, but last time I checked, because I was like, shouldn't Cam Johnson be picked up in fantasy eventually? Like, what's going on with this guy? He's making 1.1 threes per game. What is that?
It's not good.
How's that even possible?
It's not.
Why is he only taking 3.8 per game?
He just can't find his fit in the offense, and I think that he'll he'll eventually figure it out. Like, he's a smart enough player. He's a good enough shooter. He'll figure it out. But it's not been easy for him so far. He's used to playing on these teams that don't matter. Like the situation doesn't really matter. Who cares what happens in Brooklyn? Like, he's in a somebody has to score the points situation. And I mean, I think it's probably genuinely pretty tough to go from that, where like your comfort zone is like, I'm just going out, I'm going to play. I'm going to get as many shots as I want. I can do whatever I want. And then,
But isn't it weird? Like, because those Phoenix teams were good,
they
and
were good. That was the
and
last time he was on a good team. Yeah,
he was playing about what he's playing right now, and he was still taking 5.6 threes per game. I just don't understand how, especially losing MPJ,
yeah,
volume shooter. I think we all just assumed. I mean, he took over 7 last year.
yeah. MPJ, he knew how to play with Jokic. He knew how to play, and I know that he's not as versatile of a player, however you want to phrase it, but MPJ knew how to play with Jokic, like, flat out. And I do think that, and it's hard too, because like the last thing that we saw of MPJ with the Nuggets, he was not even close to himself.
Yeah,
The guy was outrageously injured, and like they had to like space out his injections because they were worried about like long-term ramifications for his body. I don't know. It was a very weird situation with him. He's been hooping this year.
I think he's in the perfect spot.
Yeah, I mean, like, you look at his game logs, like the last several games: 34 points, 9 boards, 7 assists; 24 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists; 21 points, 6 boards, 3 assists. Those are his last 3 games. Like, he is hooping.
He's reaching Hooper Nirvana.
I wonder, how long does he have to do this before people get tricked? You know?
I don't know. I mean, I was not a fan of that trade for the Nets for that reason. I just felt like it was kind of like trading for Zach LaVine, where it's like, I don't care how good he plays. I mean, have you seen Zach LaVine's stats? Zach LaVine has the most absurd efficiency stats year after year after year.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
No one wants him.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Maybe someone will bite. It's a lot of money though.
It's a lot.
40 mil.
It's a lot. The team that, not that anyone is sitting here like, man, I really wish that Andrew would talk about Michael Porter Jr. trades. But I can't stop thinking about like Toronto, and like they just need shooting so bad from the wing, and like all they have is like all these like wing creators.
Yeah.
I just wonder about him in Toronto.
I mean, yeah, if you can get off of Emmanuel quickly, sure. And Brooklyn probably would love a guard.
They could use a guard that is actually good.
Yeah. And that's actually a guard.
Yeah, I don't know. Who cares? Who cares about any of this? None of this matters. Okay, the Thunder play the Kings. We read the injury report earlier.
Let's go.
Still no Dubs, still no Kenrich, still no Wiggins.
And
No
you
Sabonis.
said no Sabonis. Keegan's coming back the next game, so
Yeah, no Sabonis, no Keegan. Potentially Westbrook's last game in Oklahoma City for the season, because they've already played here.
Oh, you're thinking like if he retired at the end of the season?
I'm saying his last game for this season, unless he switches teams.
Oh, well, why is that exciting?
I'm not saying it's exciting. I'm just saying a fact that this might be, if you're really into watching Russell Westbrook in person in Oklahoma City, this could be your last chance.
Oh well, now you're making it sound like he's going to retire again, which that would be exciting. What do you know?
Your
Andrew?
last chance this season.
See, that's not as exciting. You got to figure out what you're trying to sell to the people.
I don't know. I'm not trying to sell anything. Just trying to state facts here.
Oh man.
Yeah. Okay. So Kings tomorrow night in OKC. Then they're back on the road to play the Jazz. I kind of like watching this Jazz team.
Oh yeah, no that'll be fun.
They're kind
And
of
to be clear, once they are in like close competitive games every game, I will look back at this part of the season fondly. Be like, oh, remember how relaxed that was?
It's
Remember when
very
we just-
it is
we didn't have to worry about anything.
It is extremely relaxed. It's extremely relaxed.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah. But yeah, they play these two teams, and who knows? It's a cup game on Friday. You never know what could happen in a cup.
The Jazz game is a cup game.
Yeah,
That's in Salt Lake.
it's in Salt Lake.
I'm trying to remember what their court looks like.
Let me take a
NBA.
look.
Do they don't have one of the crazy ones, do they?
I don't remember.
Y'all didn't do a crazy one now, did you?
No. It's just purple.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, they have a nice one.
Yeah,
with
it's
the
nice.
mountain in the background.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's
Let
cool.
me throw it up. Let me throw it up here.
Throw it up.
Throw it up. Oh,
I'm glad they're not having to play on that Minnesota court.
dude, it's so bad. It's so brutal. Yeah, that's here. Yeah, they have 3 cup games left. Friday night, then next Wednesday against the Wolves, and then that next Friday after Thanksgiving. They have a little Thanksgiving sandwich there. Suns. Yeah. It's funny. Last year, the Thunder. Here's the Jazz court. It is pretty nice. The last year is funny. Like the Thunder were traveling during like every holiday. I was talking to somebody with the team, and they were talking about how they were like on a plane the day of Thanksgiving because they were traveling. But this year, not the case. They were here for Halloween.
Nice.
They played like that home game, and then they had 2 days off before they played another home game. Amazing. They're here for Thanksgiving, where they play the Wolves. Then it's Thanksgiving, and then they play the Suns. So that's great. And then they're here on Christmas. So, and they get like a long stay for Christmas and New Year's because they play. No one plays on Christmas Eve, but they play on Christmas Day. Then they are 2 days off, and then they play Sixers Hawks back to back, and then they have the Blazers on New Year's Eve, and then they travel out for a quick West Coast road trip on the 2nd. So they're here like the 24th through the 1st, which is really nice for everybody. So yeah, they get to actually spend holidays here in OKC. So that's
I guess it's the reverse if you're the mascot, though, because like if you're the mascot, you'd want them to be traveling.
Technically, yes.
Because Rumble now has to work on Christmas.
Yes. If we're speaking about Rumble's preferences,
or I almost called them stormtroopers, storm chasers.
Storm chasers, yeah, same for them. Same for the O City crew and the Thunder Girls.
So it's not all good.
It's
somebody's paying the price.
It's not all good, and Rumble the Bison is paying the price.
I'm just saying, if you're going to the Christmas game, be nice to the storm chasers. Okay, don't harass them.
I know some storm chasers, very nice people.
And Thunder Girls, they're gonna have to work Christmas.
Gonna have to work Christmas.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Thunder Girls. Got to do it. Gotta do it. It'd be interesting. Who's the halftime show? Halftime show people have to work too.
Yeah, I hope they get Christian and Scooby.
Christian Scooby's already been through OKC.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But maybe they'll get him on Christmas. That'd be nice. Man, I hope Wemby is healthy. I know, but I hope that he's healthy because I want to see Wemby on Christmas in person.
Wemby Chet. That's a marquee.
Doesn't get any better. And like, what does it look like when Alex Caruso gets a chance to defend? Like, come on. We all need to see that on Christmas.
Just get knocked out repeatedly by Wemby's elbows.
Just back in concussion protocol for you, AC.
Oh man, Mavs Warriors is on Christmas.
Blah. Why do they do that? Why do they put the Mavs on?
Rockets Lakers, that's good, assuming LeBron's healthy.
Bron's back, first game tonight.
Yeah, he's playing right now. He's got 11 points.
Listen, NBA Daily for the recap.
Okay.
Yeah, can't believe they put the Mavs on Christmas.
Yeah, that's rough. They should bubble wrap Cooper until that game. Because if he was like out with an ankle, if he like turns an ankle or something, and I'm watching. Oh, by the way, I was trying to come up with a stat for drives per minute.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't trying. I did it. And like among players who have played 10 games this season, Shea is like 4th or whatever, but AJ is 13th. I thought AJ might be a little bit higher to make it exciting. But the player who is number 1 in drives per game plays for the Dallas Mavericks. Do you know who it is?
I don't know. Brandon Williams?
It's Brandon Williams.
Interesting. They're just like, we need you to do guard things.
Yeah, and he's doing it. He's doing it.
Do as many guard things as you can do.
Oh, actually, Shea is number 2.
Okay.
Brandon Williams number 1.
Golly.
And like a healthy lead too.
He's the only player that does guard things on their team. I know they have D'Angelo Russell, but D'Angelo Russell doesn't do guard things.
Jeremiah Fears is in the top 10.
He's been pretty good. That bucket at the end of that game was so dumb. Like the guy's played a lot of basketball. He's played in so many settings. He played D1 college ball. He played high school basketball. It's like, dude, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, how dumb is that? I just don't get it.
You know who else is in the top 15?
Huh?
Trey Mann.
Trey Mann. Tricky Trey.
Yeah, right behind AJ.
Man, I like Trey Mann. I wish it would have worked out for him.
Maybe it is.
Well, here, I mean.
Yeah.
I like Trey. He's a good dude. That's a bummer that he's there. He looks cool in his baggy uniform.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, because Giddey's obviously in the top 15 as well. A lot of current or former Thunder players.
Hey, there you go. There you go. All right. Hope everybody's doing great. Thanks for tuning in for a late night edition of Down to Dunk. We will have another edition of the Fry Pod. Hopefully it's full team on Friday again. That was fun last Friday. If you haven't listened to that yet, I encourage you to. It's one of our more fun shows we've done in a long time. So go check that out. Trying to think if there's anything else coming up. Nothing I can announce yet. So, all right. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll talk to you guys again on Friday.
I'm down to dunk. I'm down to dunk.